Jason, where are we stuck right now?
Um, the circle of life,
We are stuck in the circle of life.
corporate America
We're
and
also
gears.
we're also stuck in traffic right
Oh,
now. And,
yes.
we're stuck in traffic in one of the most congested cities in the United States. Would you happen to know where that is?
Hmm. I don't know. L.A.
That's no, no, not LA.
Dang it.
New York. And the
Okay.
thing is, we're talking about this today because the MTA, the Metropolitan Transportation Authority, collected nearly 49 million from congestion pricing,
What in
and
the world?
data shows commuters were hit the hardest.
I bet.
Yes, congestion pricing. So congestion pricing tolls reaped nearly 49 million from Manhattan motorists during the controversial program's first month. So it's been a month since it's been out.
So in a month they collected $49 million.
This is published February 24th. I think it went into effect,
Oh
yeah,
no.
beginning of Jan. Several million
They're
less than
never
the
taking this off. They
so
made too much money.
several million less than the MTA had
Oh
projected.
really?
Transit officials said Monday.
Everybody's
Yeah.
just like somehow skipping past it.
So roughly 68% of that toll revenue from January came from passenger cars, according to data provided at the MTA Finance Committee meeting, indicating everyday drivers are bearing the brunt of the $9 fee for cars entering below 60th Street. That's so much money, by the way.
I feel like that's the same as traveling over a bridge.
Yeah. Yeah, but in New
Bridge
York,
tolls.
yeah.
Well, you have to take a toll to get in, and then
Yeah.
and then you have to take a toll to go into actually the city.
So the revenue data provided a snapshot of congestion pricing's first month, which MTA officials have said corresponded with a 9% drop in
Well,
traffic in the
yeah,
toll zone. Well,
of
yeah.
course. Nobody wants to
So
pay this.
no one wants to pay this.
I wonder if people are gonna,
Yeah.
I feel like New York has the whole issue with fare jumpers. So
Oh
like
yeah, that's true.
in
They
terms of
do.
the subway,
They just
they
go
try to
under
fix
it.
it, but they go under it or over it. And
Or
they
they
put
swipe, they
spikes.
go to the side. Yeah, there's a bunch of fare evasion
That
that's
doesn't even
happening
work.
too. Yeah, so the money pulled in from the tolls is also about 6.6% less than the 52
Oh my
million of
god.
which transit officials expected.
Well, that's
But
because they said that 9% of people didn't stop traveling by car. They're like, oh, we saw a 9% decrease in cars. And it's like,
that's
oh,
still that's
6.6% less revenue.
yeah.
Interesting.
So, but the MTA still anticipates it would hit its funding goals with the money going towards raising 15 billion for
Oh
public
my
transit
lord.
improvement. That's so much. That's
That is a lot.
so they said we believe we are on track for the 500 million in net revenue based on early results.
Oh my
The
goodness.
MTA's co-chief financial officer. Yeah,
Oh,
someone
here's
put
a.
this. Yeah, someone put this sign here. Highway robber, Governor Ho Chul, and the MTA made 48.7 million for the first month of congestion tolls. The average New York commuter paid the bulk of it. 68% of passenger vehicles. By the way, I will say a lot of people are unhappy.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, a lot of people are unhappy. There's another article too where someone said that they got hit with
Oh, it's Easy Pass.
$45 of Easy
Easy
Pass.
Pass. Oh
Do you
my
know Easy
lord.
Pass?
Easy Pass is the same thing that we see in the Bay Area, where if you want to go in the toll lane, you have to have the Easy Pass.
Oh, okay. I thought we had Fast Track for
Is it
whatever
Fast
reason.
Track?
I think we had Fast Track.
It's not Easy Pass.
So, but I saw
Well,
another
it's something
article.
similar to this then.
I saw another article where someone got hit with the $45 charge. But
$45 just because they
yeah,
kept going in and out.
maybe. I'm not too
Went
sure.
back and forth.
They were trying to contest it. They said 22% tax exempt for higher vehicles, 9% trucks. A spokesperson ahead of Monday's MTA meeting also argued that the cost of operating congestion tolls have been less than expected, so revenues are really spot on. Hmm. Hmm. The
Oh,
toll.
interesting. So they thought that it would cost more money to collect the tolls,
Yeah,
but it's not.
yeah, it's actually
Well,
cheaper.
yeah, it's just a camera that's just
Yeah, that's just
getting
shooting it.
everybody.
The toll collected 37.6 million net revenue compared to the projected 35.5.
$45 from that one guy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I wonder
That's
how
true.
many of this is not correct, like false.
Yeah, I wonder that too.
Like how are they tracking that they're not like charging people multiple times? Like, oh, how if that guy went around the block a bunch of times trying to look for parking or something, and then it's
And then
got
they
him
just
like
hit him multiple
five
times.
times.
That's crazy. So while passenger vehicle drivers shoulder the bulk of the congestion pricing's burden, taxis and for hire vehicles accounted for 22% of tolls, followed by trucks and buses and motorcycles at 9% and 1% respectively.
Yeah, but I
Um,
feel like those ones they're gonna pass the bill to the customers because they're gonna be like, oh well, you want an Uber, it's gonna be attached to the bill. They're like, there's
yeah.
not then you're not the taxi driver or the Lyft driver or Uber driver is not gonna pay the $9. It's gonna be the person getting picked up.
Yeah, it's gonna be the person getting picked up. So they said the overwhelming majority of tolls, 95%, were collected during peak hours, according to the data. Of course, it's gonna be during peak
Yeah,
hours because that's where a lot of people are gonna be coming and going from. The MTA officials didn't give a breakdown of where the money is coming from.
their wallets.
Their wallets, whether New York
They're
or
shaking them
New
down.
Jersey drivers,
Yeah.
what brought residents are or what brought residents are paying for the most. The Post requested the data but hadn't received a response. It's
Easy to
interesting.
collect, but not they don't have the data on it somehow.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's so one of the things that they did mention was that they are trying to get people to take the public transit more, and I feel it's all guys because they're still going to be charging them no matter which way they're going to go.
Exactly. Like either you get charged by traveling in by your personal car, or you can go risk it on the subway.
Yeah, you could risk it on the subway. Subway, you have a better chance of fare evading if that's the case.
It could be free.
It could be free. Other data also shows more commuters are riding trains since congestion pricing went into
But
effect
then can't you
January
just ride a
5th.
bike?
You,
How do we just ride a bike?
hey, would you
You
ride
know,
a
the
bike?
congestion bike.
Have you?
I've seen
Let's look at this. Let's look at this.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
like Casey Neistat. He
yeah,
goes
he rode,
around on
yeah, on
his
skateboard.
his
Yeah,
boosted board.
yeah, that's true. Boosted board's not around anymore.
Well, yeah, but you can still have them.
This is so much.
Gray
This
market
is so much.
boosted board.
It's like completely gridlocked for the most part.
Well, yeah, it's just because it is a grid. It is traffic lights on traffic lights.
Yeah, so they said Long Island Railroad ridership in January was 11% higher than the same month last year. Data shows likewise there was a 7% more riders on Metro North trains in January as compared to the month in 2024. Of course, it's going to be happening though because like this is going into effect. This did remind me of like the Bay Area with the speed cams and
Oh yeah,
with a lot of different types of tooling that they want to do.
yeah. The speed cameras. I mean, they increased the bridge toll a lot too, and people
Yeah.
were very upset about that.
Yeah, but it's all for public. What is it? They have a lofty goal. They have a lofty goal of trying to hit
15 billion
15 billion, but they're making $52 million. Well, technically,
in 1 month.
yeah, in 1 month. Well, that's what
500
that's what
500
their
million.
target was.
Yeah,
Yeah, they made 49 million, but still.
that's still a lot.
Yeah, that is a lot. Yeah, they said even as transit officials crowded about congestion pricing early success, the first in the nation program may not be long. But yeah, U.S. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy last week said he will pull federal approval of congestion pricing, a move that quickly prompted a lawsuit by defiant MTA official who promised to keep the toll cameras going.
Oh man. It's like, hey, I mean, in this regard, this is a wildly unpopular thing to do.
100%. No, a lot of people do not like it.
Well, no, like nobody, I don't think anybody really likes to pay tolls. And it's like, I don't know. And it's kind of, I just don't know how you could do it because, like, well, they're trying to make people pay more money or pay the money for all the people that are evading, paying tickets to get onto the subway.
Yeah.
They're trying to get them to pay. And I mean, it's already aging, and I don't know.
Yeah, they also said the feds are harming New York, which sends 44 billion to Washington, D.C., but only gets 80 cents on the dollar every. Yeah, there's a lot that's happening with this. There's no question that New York is the economic engine of the nation and arguably of the planet. and yet we're and yet we are having someone muck up with the economic engine of the city and the region. Congestion pricing is funding MTA, it's fundamental. So
I mean, it was funded before.
it was funded before. But I think yeah, they're trying to get more they're
Improvements.
trying to get more improvements in the road. So I don't know. I personally would not like this. If I'm commuting every day and you have to pay that much,
Yeah.
they
I
can
mean,
make.
and then like it costs so much money to live in the city. So it's like you can't even avoid it that way. Like, oh, maybe let's move into this. Like, no, it's still expensive. And then like you get there and it's not even that much like reduction in traffic. It's not like, oh, I'll pay the money and then there'll be less people. It's actually like 90% of the people are still there traveling because they just want to. So it's
It's
not even like a benefit to pay.
but if you stay this long, if you stay this long, I want to say that if you like interesting stories like this, consider subscribing. We put out interesting stories like this all the time, and we have a huge library of videos just like this. And I would want to know from our audience what they think about this, if they live in New York, if they've seen the pricing.
I do question. I don't know. I always think that the issue is that, like, where's the money going? Like, I feel like they already pay a lot of money in taxes to be in New York City. So
Yeah,
it's
they
like,
do.
where does all that go? Why isn't that enough?
Yeah, but we'll see. We'll see
If
if it
it's
lasts.
if it's still
Yeah.
if it still exists in a couple months, who knows?
Yeah, yeah.